Welcome to DesignerGore.com. We'll be looking at creating realistic severe black eyes using prosthetic appliances from the Ultimate Effects Tray 2. To find out about making a transfer, please refer to our other tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to begin by making sure my model's face is completely clean, ensuring there's going to be a good bond between the prosthetic and her skin. Alright, so now we're going to add some of our prosthetic adhesive. This is a medical adhesive. And I like to lay this down just to ensure that extra bit of bond strength between the prosthetic and the skin. Now, on another tutorial, I showed you how to prep those prosthetic pieces. So we're going to jump in and start stippling a little bit of water. You want to just do a nice layer of water over the entire surface of that transfer. And then when that's done, we're just going to carefully remove that paper. It will come right off. It's water slide paper. Now I'm going to have my model close her eyes so none of the alcohol fumes will cause any irritation. Okay, so now we're just going to do a little bit more prosthetic adhesive. Apply yet another appliance. I can overlap it. And you can just see there's virtually no edge. And getting a flawless edge is one of the most important aspects to doing a successful prosthetic makeup. Now, I want to show you a couple of painting techniques, and we're going to be using alcohol activated makeups. A great thing about these is you can really thin them out and make them a stain and be able to flicker and kind of tap the brush to create different kinds of breakup. And you can see what I'm doing there. I'm just taking the brush and with my finger just flicking color. And this really just helps me create a much more realistic piece. You know, I can go in and with, the end of my brush kind of tap in the color and place it where I want to. But that flickering technique, that splatter technique, is a really great way to just give more realism to the overall appearance of your makeup. Now I'm going to go ahead and carefully cover her eye and spray a layer of an alcohol-based sealer called green marble. The nice thing about this is you can actually begin to layer alcohol-activated makeup. So if you don't have that, you can use a Ben Nye Final Seal, depending on what colors and types of makeups you're using, water-based, etc. But by doing this, I just like to separate the skin tone before I start putting on the more traumatic colors and the bruising. I'm going to be using a Ben Nye bruise wheel, and the reason why is I want people at home, if you're watching this, if you don't have an alcohol activated makeup like Illustrator or something like that, I don't want that to stop you. So the Ben Nye wheel is great, and I like to start with my maroons, my reddy kind of pinky colors, and just kind of work it around the swollen piece. Also above the eye, you can kind of see that I suggested something, and then go in with the violets and the purples. The reason why there is bruising is because underneath the skin, blood vessels are broken. Now, be sure to blend your colors together. You're going to want to find what works for you. I just like to start with my reds, go into my purples, my violets, and create an interesting pattern that doesn't look too conspicuous, but doesn't look like raccoon eyes or anything that's going to suggest fake, which would not be good. Now I'm going to go ahead and start working in my blood color, filling in the lip gash, and then with a beard stipple sponge, I'm going to go ahead and kind of graze the surface of the appliance, and with a brush kind of lightly go over the surface of the skin in some areas to create a rawness. And I am using an alcohol-based makeup for this, just because I can get that stain that it's just implying, or that first layer of skin has been rubbed off and it's on the verge of bleeding. And that pretty much finishes the tutorial. As you can see, it would definitely hold up under the scrutiny of high definition. It looks traumatized, swollen, no edges. So be sure to check out and order some of our FX trays and let us know how they work for you. Thanks again, and you've been watching www.designergore.com.